ache.
Welcome back, everybody, to another MLB The Show 18 Franchise Mode episode. Today, we're continuing in the playoffs. We're going against the Houston Astros. We're up 2-0 in the series after two extremely exciting games in the last episode. So we have Michael Kopech out on the mound tonight against Gerrit Cole, who the Astros got in the offseason from the Pittsburgh Pirates. It should be a fantastic game. Hopefully we can win the game. If not, we have two insurance games. We have Dane Dunning, who would be going out as our fourth starter. And then if it got to a Game 5, we have Lucas Giolito out there on the mound. But we're going to worry about today, Michael Kopech versus Gerrit Cole. Welcome, everybody. Guaranteed Rate Field here. Game 3 of the American League Division Series. Take a look at the White Sox defense. Nothing has changed. It's going to be an exciting game. White Sox can move on to the American League Championship Series with a win tonight. Actually, today, because you can see it is sunny. It is clear blue skies out. Michael Kopech making his first postseason debut. I was trying to think of the word I wanted to use there. And as always, guys, we're going to show you the first pitch and the first at-bat of the game. Michael Kopech out on the mound. The flamethrower. Takes ball one, 97 miles per hour fastball. Josh Reddick does. Michael Kopech understandably has high nerves for this game. So much on the line for this game is strike one. 70 degrees outside here in Chicago, Illinois. 8 mile per hour winds blowing in from right field, so the righties will have an advantage today, which is something that the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros do excel in, is having right-handed batters. Strike two as a changeup, and as you could expect, trying to get the strikeout, Michael Kopech will use his fastball. And that is a fastball, but it is fouled off. A 98 mile per hour fastball from Michael Kopech. And here comes the pitch. And that is high. Count moves to 2-2, a 98 mile per hour fastball. So Kopech hasn't hit the 99, the 100 yet. But as the game moves on, hopefully he'll get his confidence up there and he will be hitting that mark. As a high slider avoids the strike zone, moving the count full to Josh Reddick, who does not want to issue a leadoff walk. And that is going to be grounded to Yoan Moncada, who's playing on the shift for out number one in Game 3 of the American League Division Series. Alright, guys, it is bottom of the first inning. As Gerrit Cole finishes warm-ups, Dee Gordon is going to step up to the plate in a 1-0 Houston Astro lead. Michael Kopech throwing over 30 pitches in the first inning alone so far. So it looks like it might be a bullpen game as Dee Gordon takes swing at the first pitch and is a ground out to first base. McCann steps up to the plate for the Houston Astros. 2 outs in the top of the second as the first two batters have been retired by Michael Kopech. He hasn't pitched bad, even though his pitch count is high, as that is going to drop in for a extra base hit now, as Nicky Delmonico was unable to corral it in. It is now an extra base hit for James McCann, whatever the hell his name is, because I'm brain farting. But there's going to be a runner on second with Josh Reddick to the plate. Nicky Delmonico steps to the plate with 2 runners on, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. He's got a guy on first and he's got a guy on second. And what is a 3-0 Houston Astros lead, as the runners are going to advance here to second and third, putting both guys in scoring position. A wild pitch by Gerrit Cole, as the count is 0-1, as Nicky Delmonico swung at a pitch he should have never swung at. And again, and this is going to be called a ball. Thankfully, he did not go around, moving the count to 1-1. He's trying to get in 2 runs, if not 3 here, as that is not going to drop in, and that is going to be out number 3, retiring the side for the Houston Astros. Michael Kopech, top of the fourth, 0-1 count. on McCann, or yes, it is McCann. I do apologize. I don't know where my brain went. 71 pitches through 3 2/3 innings as this one's in the dirt, but the runner will not advance. Still a 3-0 game here in the top of the 4th inning in favor of the Houston Astros, as that is going to be ball 2. Count moves to 2-1 on McCann, who came around the score on a home run in that 2nd inning. And this one's hit high and wide, but it is going to get out of play as we are zooming in on some people's faces, which I didn't even know you could do in baseball, but apparently we're doing it. And here comes the pitch, a slider. This one's going to hit to the wall. Adam Eagle goes back. He goes back. He jumps, and it is out of here. A 5-0 game now. Brian McCann, a 2-run home run. Adam Eagle unable to recall it in, and it is going to move to a 5-0 game here in the 4th inning. As we take a quick replay, Kopech misses a slider. It's hit to center field. Adam Eagle goes back, and it just gets over for a home run, as Michael Kopech is not having the playoff debut he wanted. 75 pitches in, and now he's facing Josh Reddick, who got a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Eloy Jimenez walks up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 2nd inning, and is what is now a 6-0 ball game in favor of the Houston Astros. They do not want to be eliminated here today, as Jimenez takes one high and deep. They look up, and it is gone. You can put it on the board. Yes, a 402-foot home run for Eloy Jimenez, making the score 6-1, putting some life back into the Chicago White Sox. His first postseason home run of his career in his 3rd game, making the score 6-1, getting a run back for the White Sox. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Plenty of time to come back for the Chicago White Sox. As we take a quick replay, it seems as though the wind carried it out. It didn't seem as though it would have the distance, and it did, just hardly getting out, just as you saw with the Brian McCann home run in the previous inning. Jose Altuve walks to the plate. He has not had a hit this postseason so far, but he has an opportunity for himself. Bases loaded, 1 out. Alex Hansen is pitching, taking over from Michael Kopech in the previous inning. Jose Altuve has many possible RBIs on base. It is a grand slam opportunity as well for him. A huge test for Alex Hansen as he tries to hold this lead. A huge curveball drops in. You can take a look at the plate, or look at the score. 6-10-0 for the Astros, only 1-2-0 for the White Sox. It has been a one-sided game. Next pitch, it is going to be hopefully a double play, and he is going to be safe. They should have gone home with it, but they did not. A mental lapse on part of Josh Bell and the Chicago White Sox. A run will come in the score. No double play turned. They did get the out at second, but not at first, as Tim Anderson could not get the ball over quick enough and never really had a chance in the first place. 7-1 now in favor of the Houston Astros. As they bring in a new pitcher, Hector Rodon, this has become suddenly quite the game. Hector Rodon walks in as Tim Anderson walks to the plate. In what was previously a 11-1 game is now an 11-7 game. A truly remarkable comeback by the Chicago White Sox here. As Tim Anderson takes one, that's going to drop in. That's going to bring in another home run, making this a 3-run game in the bottom of the 6th inning. The fans are energized. The White Sox are back in it. Tim Anderson being one of the keys of the game so far, as he drives in a run, another one, making the score 11-8. Again, another pitching change. Buddy Boshers comes in, and again, Nicky Delmonico over 3 at the plate in what is now an 11-9 game. 1 out. He's got a runner on first and third, trying to get this game even tighter, and he takes that one foul ball to the left side. 0-1 the count. Truly a remarkable comeback by the Chicago White Sox here in this game. as Nicky Delmonico falls off another pitch. The count moves quickly to 0-2. Nicky Delmonico opened up the season with the Chicago White Sox, had a huge injury, and now he came back, he batted in the 260s, and he's trying to be a big part of this postseason here, and he has a chance right now. The pitch, it's going to be a little blooper. They're going to go to second with it. They throw it away. They throw it away. And he's going to get into third. No outs. The score is 11-10. No out. The pitcher threw it away. Truly remarkable. Omar Narvaez walks to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And he has the same opportunity that Nicky Delmonico just had. First and third, 1 out. And the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. 0-1 the count is. Adam Engel on third, Nicky Delmonico on first base. An 11-10 game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch. Oh, it's another little blooper in the infield, and they are going to tie the game up. The White Sox have come all the way back, and they have tied up the game. It is 11-11. Truly remarkable job by the Chicago White Sox. I just want to turn your guys' attention again to show you it was 11-1, and the White Sox had a 7-run 6th inning, and they just had a 3-run 7th inning, tying the score 11-11. Truly remarkable job by the Chicago White Sox offense. Jose Altuve still has not recorded a hit in this postseason. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Sedeno is on the mound, trying to take it to the bottom 8th for the White Sox to take the lead. And here's the pitch again, 2-0 to count it is. And that's going to be a curveball for strike 1 against Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve, one of the greatest stars in the game, so far through 2 and almost 3 complete games, has not been able to get a hit, and his team has suffered due to that. And that ball is just going to barely wrap around fall. 2-2 the count. Sedeno to Altuve. Ball 3. Altuve has worked a couple walks, but he has not gotten a hit. And he has an opportunity here. 3-2 count. The pitch. And it's going to be a ground to the pitcher, excuse me. They throw it to first. Again, Altuve cannot get on base. He cannot get a hit. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 11-11. Yoan Moncada has an opportunity right now to be a hero for the Chicago White Sox. Runner on second, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. He's batting right-handed. Oh, and he swings at one at his ankles. A very good curveball. Yoan Moncada, brought over in the trade by Chris Sale, looked to be the face of the franchise, the face of the rebuild, and has an opportunity here to be the hero of the ALDS. And that ball is gonna get through. The run will not score, but he gets on base. He keeps the inning moving. Tim Anderson moves to third base. Yoan Moncada at first base, and that is going to bring up Josh Bell. Or excuse me, Eloy Jimenez. I'm sorry. Eloy Jimenez is up to the plate again, and that ball is hit deep. Will it go? It will! A 3-run home run for Eloy Jimenez, one of the top White Sox prospects coming up in the summer. Just put the score 14-11 for the Chicago White Sox. What a game this has been for the Chicago White Sox. Eloy Jimenez came up. He was one of the top prospects in all of baseball. Had a fantastic regular season once he was called up. And look at this. A tied game, 2 outs, bottom of the 11th, an elimination game. And he hits a home run, a 3-run home run. And Chris Devenensky is going to come in, and they need to shut the Sox down now if they want any chance of continuing their postseason. And the Astros are down to their last out. The White Sox are 1 out away from advancing in the postseason. It is 14-12 right now with the runner on second, so the tying run is at the plate. Jake McGee is on the mound, 2 outs, and that is going to be strike 1. The White Sox fans can feel it in the air. They are 1 out away from moving to the American League Central, where they would play the Boston Red Sox. The second pitch, it's going to be a little blooper that's going to get over to the White Sox dugout, and it moves to 2 strikes. 1 strike away from the American League Championship Series, and that is ball 1. Jake McGee can feel it. He wanted to get in the chase. He did not, though. One strike away. And that is strike 3. The Chicago White Sox are moving on to the American League Championship Series. They beat the reigning World Series champions as they mob each other in front of the pitcher's mound in what was a truly classic postseason game, being down 11-1 halfway through the game, coming all the way back, winning 14-12. Wow, just unbelievable. And for a team that really wasn't expected to make anything of their season but progress on their rebuild, they are now 1 step away from going to the World Series, as they go to the American League Championship Series, where they will play the Boston Red Sox. And Eloy Jimenez, 4 for 5, 4 runs. He had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. We talked about him being one of the key cogs as the future of this franchise, and you could see it today. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this episode in what was, again, an amazing episode. And I do apologize because we are going to be playing the New York Yankees, not the Boston Red Sox. I do apologize. We're going to go ahead and advance a little bit just so we could see a clearer picture of the playoff picture. We know that we will be playing the New York Yankees, and it's going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Washington Nationals. So, Chicago White Sox, New York Yankees, LA Dodgers, Washington Nationals. One of these teams is going to be the 2018 World Series champion. But first, you got to get there. So that's where we're going to pick up the next episode, guys. New York Yankees, Chicago White Sox. See you next episode.